Caroline Plimmer, and this is my 21st Century Classroom. The first question today is, why are ISTE standards for educators important? These standards are important because they identify goals for the teacher to follow in order to maximize learning for the 21st century learner. What does this mean? This means that the teacher has the 7 standards to follow to make sure that her classroom identifies and has the availability of all the standards in order to make sure that every child is learning to their full potential. Now, when you look at my drawing, you will see that these ISTE standards are illustrated here. The first thing is the empowered learner. The 21st century learner is empowered because they learn at their own pace. They're in charge of their own learning. So in this setup, what we see is a green area with laptops, a blue area with books, and a pink area for small group learning, directed by the teacher. This area here is when the teacher wants to have the whole class together, perhaps to watch a documentary or movie or something on the smartboard. So in this green area here, this is where the 21st century learner begins to be empowered by their own learning. They're in charge of their own learning. They go at their own pace, they set their own goals, they're using the computers, able to do their research. They are digital citizens. Yes, they are digital citizens, depending on the age of the learner. The younger the learner, perhaps the teacher needs to remind them of proper use of the computers. The older the learner, they should already know how to go about using the computers. They're a knowledge constructor. This means that they are using many different types of tools in order to put it all together. So they have the access of the internet through the computer, they have paper books, they also are able to sit and discuss with their peers as well as discuss with their teacher on one particular topic. They're innovative designers, yes, because using the computer, they can access many different programs, like for example in English, they can access iReady and be able to work at their own pace using iReady to enhance their reading skills. They're computational thinkers. This means that they have access in the computer to print out charts, to have all their data together in a pie chart, in a graph, and present it to the classroom that way. They are creative communicators. In this setup, they can use their computer to come to the smartboard to present their topic to their peers, to present as a group using the smartboard. Gone are the days that we have to print everything out or use just a computer screen to communicate to our peers. We now have smartboards at the front of every classroom so that this can be easily done. They're a global collaborator. Well, we could even begin in this classroom right here locally. They were able to go and switch from different groups and collaborate with their peers, as well as they're able to get through the internet the perspective of different other learners from other countries, research maybe what other countries are like, and get real-time information on their computers about these topics. This setup of this classroom also enhances the student because they're able to perhaps spend 20 minutes. If a period is an hour long, they could spend 20 minutes on each of these 3 areas. Thus, no child is getting bored. They have 20 minutes on computers, 20 minutes to read books, and 20 minutes to discuss with their peers and their teacher. Why do we have books included, you might ask? Well, because different learners learn in different ways. Some learn best on computers, some learn best with books, and others learn best by talking with their friends and their peers. So all of these are reasons of how this classroom comes together to make it maximum learning for the 21st learner.